Hey guys, it's me. I'm sorry if I sounded a little weird because I just got up and I'm still half asleep, but I wanted to record a little, or my Q&A that I planned months ago, but I was just too busy to get to it, so I'm doing it now. Okay. So there are a few topics that I wanted to talk about, and one of them was, what was it? Oh yeah, I asked for questions to do a Q&A. Didn't get a lot of questions, but whatever. Let's see. Okay, so Twitter didn't have anything, I think. Nope. But on Tumblr there were a lot of anonymous questions. And our first question is opinion on farting on someone until he passes out. I think it can be hot. It depends on the scenario, really. Is he punishing somebody for doing something bad, or is it just accidental? Or maybe it's a couple who like to have some fun time. I like the concept, but I just would have to flesh it out really to find it hot. You know? Well, I tried the one audio with the alpha, which I think, I don't know if it did great. It certainly reached the crowd that really loves face farting and degrading, but personally, when I watch those degrading videos, when they always say like, "You fucking fag," I always end up laughing because to me it just sounds like somebody's trying to role play as a bully, and sometimes it just sounds over the top to me, but I know that it's really attractive to some people, but personally, in my experience, I don't really like saying that or calling someone a fag or slur. So when I did it, it sounded like your teacher was degrading you, saying like, "High class, you loser, da 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 da," words, whatever. And yeah, maybe I'll do it again and do it like all of those alphas on Visvid do it, because I didn't really know what to say or how the video should go, so I watched one of those alpha videos on Visvid where they show their feet or something like that, and they're like, "Smell it and give me money, and smell it harder." So I just tried to imitate that, really. I don't know, I have to try. I know I keep saying, oh, new content's coming out, but it's just difficult. When you're working 2 jobs and you're tired, or sometimes your voice doesn't want to work with you. I don't know. I'm just doing the best I can with what I got. Now, next question. Can you do an ASMR focusing on a man in a clinic getting help with his constipation? Okay, this... I'm getting hard reading this. This ask I really liked. Well, it was more of a scenario than a question, really. I really liked the scenario, and I already started writing something out for it because I liked it so much. Because I don't know if I think for doctors, I think. Maybe I do have a Dr. King. But I was thinking about, well, the trouble with these audios is I would prefer to have a second voice actor or recording person recording this with me, because I think it would be so much harder, for example, if I was doing the doctor and the other guy was doing the patient. But since we don't know a lot of fart ASMR people, well, I wouldn't call myself a fart ASMR person, I'm a normal ASMR person, but the fetish stuff just got attention, the normal stuff didn't. Oh my god, lisping. So, I don't know. I really like this ask. I think it was a really good idea. especially something new. But like I said, I would love to do it with a second male voice thing. Oh, what do you call it? A voice artist. Let's call it that. A voice artist. But if I don't, on my Twitter I asked if there's somebody who wants to work with me, but my Twitter barely makes the rounds or tweets. Or wait, they call it X now. My X's. And somebody tagged CTB, but well, she's not male. I don't love her. So I don't know. I was thinking of maybe using, like, I know Resident Evil. In the Resident Evil games, they use a lot of exclamation signs. What do you call it? Groans and stuff. And they have it all those voice lines that go like 30 minutes. And I thought that I maybe would use one of those videos to use all of the groans and pains and those pain sounds that they and use that as like the patient. So there's the patient and the doctor, and I'm just playing the doctor. And like pain noises are just stock sounds or something like that. Where do you get sound effects for farts, stomach, growling, and defecating? My sounds, well, it's a big library by now. And I can't really tell you because I know some sounds are from YouTube, but the videos have been taken down. It's the same with some of my old edits. WD Vinka would send me like videos mostly like, hey, this looks good to edit, do it. And I would. And it was mostly some YouTube skits or old videos basically. Some of them were 10 years old. But now since YouTube has their panties in a twist, I don't know, they've all been deleted. Or most of them have been deleted. There's also this one, I remember this one dude who, I think his name was Fart Master. And he recorded himself shitting and farting and I think feet videos too. I think I remember that. But it was way, way, way back. This was like 2012. I remember watching it and was like, I want to watch this more. And I thought, why? And he had this one video. It was so hot. Oh my God. It was such a great source for sounds, but they deleted it. Don't even remember. Well, I do remember it, but I couldn't replicate it. I don't think anyone could. Yeah. So basically a lot of videos that are deleted, some of them are still online, surprisingly, some of them are new. I remember using some from this vid, from like videos that everybody knows. I think the video of it was called The Gorgeous Shitter or something like that. I used sounds from that because the problem is some of the sounds are really good, but either the audio, the background noise is so loud that you can't use the clip, or the person is speaking, so you can't use the whole sound, yeah. There's also, I think it's called Sound Free, and they also have a few sounds like growling and sitting on a toilet seat, closing bathroom stall door, all of that. A lot of sounds there. A few people have sent me some sounds that was really amazing. I think Matty B, is his name Matty B? That one guy who charges money for his videos. I asked him if I could just have some sounds from his videos because videos are lovely, I'm sure, but I want the sounds mostly. And he was so kind to give them to me. And there's also a person called Blast Master. Oh my God. And he sent me some sounds. And he was like, oh, I'm gonna send you more, but I'm sure he's busy because there's only been 3 sounds. But I really appreciate it when people send me their songs because they were great. Definitely. Getting hard reading this. Also from Anonymous6, who's also a new fart editor on this vid. He also was so kind to share his sounds with me, which were a lot of fart and stomach growling noises that you can hear. And Pulverizer or Rice a long while ago. He sent me that big Mediafire file, which I'm sure a lot of people know, which has like a lot of folders. It's like a big folder on Mediafire, and it has different fetish sounds. It has like voice clips and what is it called? Giantess steps on you or something like that. Yeah, and also a lot of fart and poop sounds, which aren't the highest quality sometimes because I think it's old, but it still works. Because I edit the sounds to sound like they're coming from the toilet bowl, so it's muffled usually, so the quality doesn't always pose a problem. Do you have a fictional character that you find really hot? Child, where do I start? Yeah, definitely. I think I have more fictional crushes than actual people. So I think like most of the world, I kind of like that Spider-Man, you know, the Latino one. But I don't know if I find him hot for, okay, we have to differentiate. Some of them I found hot for shit purposes, or some of them for just normal sex purposes. Do you call it that? Whatever. Who else? I think, well, for my one edit that I made, Yami from Black Clover, I think is a great contestant. Because he's just so shameless with everything. And, who else is there? I like Arataki Ito from Genshin, even though I don't have one clue what the game's about. I just see pictures of it. A lot of the One Piece guys, now that One Piece is making like a resurgence, I always had I liked Zoro and Law, I think was his name, the doctor. Who else? I think Luffy because he always has the shameless quality about him. And I think Endeavor from My Hero Academia. I didn't really watch the show. I think when it came out I watched a few episodes, but he always had that hot dad quality. But other than that, right now I don't think I can think of anyone. I think that one more guy which was on Nobody T's art, fan art thing, what do you call it, on his profile. It was a picture he made, and it was of that one Ace Wright guy. I don't know what his name is. He's the one with the white hair and those red goggles. I don't know his name. I just saw one fan art of him where somebody drew him naked and his dick was just covered by his coffee mug, and I was like, yep, that's a man. Next question. Favorite type of bowel movement? To be honest, I hate having bowel movements myself, but well, I always have this strange masculine primal pride if I shit a lot, which is often because I suffer from constipation. No. What the oh my god, I need to go back to bed. No, I don't, some people shit like multiple times a day or like every day, which go off, but personally I go like every 4 days if I'm lucky. Yeah, like this past week I was at school and we had dorms for 2 weeks, and I remember usually I don't go because I just hate doing it in front of other people with my roommates, but I just couldn't hold it in, so I just went and did it. And I remember they were like freaking out because when they shit you just heard them farting, but when I shit you could hear like the huge plops that went into the toilet, and it sounded like somebody dropped a rock into a well, the wishing well. They were like freaking out. They're like, dude, that's crazy, oh my god. Gasping. And then I had to laugh and it wasn't awkward, but I don't know. I think I like more either knowing nobody's around or thinking I'm private and then being like, oh, this person could hear me the whole time. Oops. Yeah, but I like something that's painless and big. That sounds naughty. Yeah, but I think I prefer those. I'm not too iffy on the consistency. I don't care if it's... Because I think hard feels good when it's coming out, but I think afterwards it just burns. And mushy, I think, is the most easy because it just plops out. And I can't remember, I don't have liquid diarrhea as often anymore. I think the last time I had it was last year when I had corona. COVID, excuse me. Next question. Wish you would call me a good boy and force me to hold a massive dump until I inevitably can't stop my body from pushing and make a mess everywhere and humiliate me. Well, if you really want that, I think I could work that into the new alpha audio, as I said. I think I have an idea who sent me this. Yep, that sounds like someone I know. Call me a goodbye and force me to. Yeah, I remember doing that one audio. It was my first test script, ASMR script that I wrote for Apple Taco. Apple Taco? Yeah, something like that. And it was the boyfriend, my boyfriend, the Dom character, holding his boyfriend down and forcing him to shit the bed. And I remember a lot of people really liked that. I think that was like one of the biggest audios. And a lot of people complained that they wanted me basically to be the boyfriend who's being held down and whimper and be submissive. And I'm not saying that I won't do that. I'm just saying that I don't really know how to do that. Because my voice is just monotone and sometimes I'm insecure about it because I feel like I can't act or I just sound so fake when I do audios. And I feel like if I did whimpers, it's like, oh no, oh, oh, don't hold me down, no, oh. Like you'd ask Google Translator to read out a text going, oh no, daddy, oh, don't hold me down. To me, it just sounds ridiculous when I say it. I don't know. Maybe to do some acting exercises to get into that mind space. But sure, I think we could work on something like that. Must be Scheißka. Yeah, must be Scheißka. Well, anyways. But sure, this is a concept that I think I could get behind. I did it before. Then somebody sent me, I think these are old, from Thing. Maybe for an ASMR idea, this jock is working out at the gym but then has diarrhea from protein shakes. This is an idea. I don't know if I'm going to do the whole idea as an audio. Not that you have to understand, your ideas aren't bad or necessarily where I say, oh my god, I'm not doing that. But what you suggest or oftentimes send in, 4 other people send in where I'm like, okay, if I do this, it would be repeating what I did over and over. But they're thinking, like from this ask, for example, I could use the plumbing to find out the gym has bad plumbing, which, oh god, which makes, where was it? Which makes all the pipes of the toilets connect to each other, meaning when one jug flushes their toilet, it will send the contents of that toilet into the other toilet. So see, the plumbing idea from this ask I could recycle and use for one audio, but the fact that a jug has to shit from protein shakes, like, I don't think that could be a whole video. But thank you for your idea, Anonymous. A lot of Anonymous. Well, I wouldn't expose them. Except I want to ask. But yeah, this is a good idea. I think I'm not sure how I could implement it, but I'm sure there's a way. I'm sure there's like toilet clogging as a fix somewhere. Next question. Here's a scenario. A dude is skipping class by hiding in a teacher's bathroom. His history teacher ate too much at lunch and ends up coming in with some serious gas and shit. After enduring the sounds of smell and his teacher's shit, the bell rings and now he has to go to history class and face his teacher. You could just use footsteps and farts for the teacher. Ooh, somebody's thinking with me. This is another idea I think is really great. This is on par with like the clinic idea. Because I think I could do it like that one audio where the Chuck is walking in the hallway and then he just, desperation star parts and he's thinking, where can I go? To the bathroom, and he sees, the teacher's bathroom. I don't give a shit. I'm gonna go in there. And then the teacher catching was kind of funny. Like, it's like those TikToks where they go, when you're skipping class and the teacher whose class you're skipping walks by you and you're like, oh shit. Emotional damage. Yep. This is a good idea. I could imagine doing that. And that was all of the questions. Yeah. No, but I'm thankful for everyone that they sent me on Tumblr, because Twitter, I don't think Twitter got one. Damn. Well, some people wrote me, but I don't know, I wanted more. I wanted more questions. But I'm thankful for what the audience gives me. I don't want to be ungrateful. Okay, well, we still have where I asked for commissions. Yeah. Somebody called Gooner Guy 69 sent me 2 comics of, I think it's Berlin. Oh my god. Yeah, I know. Berlin is another hot guy, but I think I don't know nothing about him. I would love to do a lot more comic dubbing. I did it with Human Fart. I can't remember his name. Oh my god. Inbox. Where is he? Did he get deleted? Hold on. Okay, so I just checked and apparently his Twitter got deleted. I don't know. Well, his name was Boof or Hungry for Bacons. And he did a few comics. I don't remember how I stumbled on him. He did a few comics which I dubbed, and a lot of people really liked that. And I remember I had a Google Drive link, I think, for Tumblr. And Google Drive sent me an email saying, oh, we think you have some explicit material, and we not take it down, but how do you call it? Oh, what's it called? Restringido. A lot of furry artists. I remember I wrote a few people actually. Joe Mike. He's like a comic person, artist. But he didn't answer me. And who else? Nobody T does a lot of art, which I wanted to voice. I think it was the other way around. He told me that he wanted to make a comic or a piece out of my audio I did. I think it's the office audio, I'm not quite sure. And Pulverizer, he does animations, not comics, but I would love to voice one of his characters or one of his videos. He has a lot of other SFM characters. But that's up to Rise. Or Rise. Oh my god, am I saying it right? Rise. Rise. Well, I don't know. Mm-mm. Yeah, but that's something I would really like to do a lot more of. Because I wouldn't have to sit here and I could just go, how am I going to do this character? And where was I? What was I talking about? I forgot. Oh yeah, posts. Oh, and right here, Joe Mike wrote, would love to see some peace stuff. Maybe one do it on a toilet and never do this. Peace super bad, so I do this. Okay, so piss stuff. I guess I could do piss stuff. Sounds are easier to get. I just don't think it will be a long video. But sure, why not? Why the fuck not? Oh, right here. And T, me are besties. T wrote, a man being gassy and having diarrhea, maybe showing himself in front of other people like a uni teacher in front of his students. What teacher? Teacher. Yeah, I'm gonna note it down, but we need something fleshed out. But I think a teacher idea is definitely a next step. I think Kineshi would, he likes teachers. I'm sure he can cook something up. Well, he writes a lot of those Hero Academia fics. And he likes to do a lot of the teachers. I remember he did this big fic about most of the characters in the series. Oh my god, and a lot of the teachers were in it. In Gas We Trust wrote, would love to hear more of your actual gas. Man, I should have recorded yesterday. I was so gassy yesterday. I took my psyllium husks. Ooh. Such a strange name in English, yeah. With some slow-mo verbal stuff could be fun as well. I don't know what that means. And maybe anime character impressions. I remember like two people, or there's somebody saying that I'm perfect for Levi Eckerman from Eckerman, is that right? From Attack on Titan. But well, actually, I didn't watch the last season. But he sounds so dramatic. You know, anyway. The problem is with these anime characters, I would have to have somebody who could give me context within the show. Because if I wrote stuff like, oh, Levi Ackerman is a jock and, I don't know, he has to shit during his workout, it wouldn't make sense. I would like to make it sense within the series context, like, I don't know. During military training, he ate a bad potato. I don't know. And then T told me once that Lloyd Forger and I sound similar, apparently. Which is funny because a lot of people say I have a very unique voice. When I say I'm not like other girls, but I don't mean it like that. I mean, it's oftentimes hard to imitate somebody because my tone is distinct. Or my monotone. Lloyd Forger, which... Well, we'll come back to that later. Yeah, Lloyd Forger, which I know a little bit about, but not a lot. But I think Rejected Fix, if that's his name, right here, Rejected Fanfics, he did a voice he did a fic on Lloyd Forger. So I think I could ask him. But sure, like I said, comic dubs or maybe anime characters, but I think those would take longer because I would watch the show and try to imitate them talking. I remember I tried to do Leon from Resident Evil, but oh my god, I tried so hard. Oh my lord. I really tried, but it just didn't sound good. And I just said, you know what, fuck it, he's just gonna have my voice and that's it. I would just try to imitate his panicky mannerism. Yeah, and that's what they wrote. First character that comes to mind is maybe Levi from AOT, and then T, voice crack. And then Rejected Fanfics wrote Levi. Then Soulcaster wrote filling a waterbed with shit. Which I didn't get. I'm not judging you guys, I'm just sometimes confused with what you want from me. Will it explode and end? Well, maybe I could incorporate that with the alpha forcing you know. Burner account wrote a dude masturbating and in the middle of his session his stomach starts to act up. Two dudes cuddling when... Oh my god. Two dudes cuddling when one or both are gassy. Again, these couple ideas are great, but I would love to have another male dude recording with me. You know, now that I think about it, I remember Pulverizer voiced one of his videos, and I thought, damn, you cute. It sounded really good. But I don't know if he wants to record with me or in general. Well, I don't know. But I would just, I don't know, maybe if somebody's watching this and you have a microphone, you know, give it a try. I mean, before I did this, I was just an editor. I never thought that I would be actually recording my own videos or POVs or people telling me, please record more, please. And I'm like, okay, I guess. A dude masturbating and in the middle of his... Oh yeah, that could be that could be like my first vanilla audios that I made where it was just me moaning, I guess. A long time ago. Sure, I could incorporate that. That's an idea. I don't know. Saying random shit right now. Anyways, Charlie wrote, definitely more fart stuff, maybe face farting. A guy can be solo or with another person. Oh yeah, a Dutch oven. I would love to do a Dutch oven. Either recording or writing, one of the two. Yep. And that's it for the asks. Asks. Sound like a typewriter. Okay. Oh yeah. If you guys remember, I wanted to start a shit diary of me going to the bathroom, which held for one whole day and then I stopped. And the reason is, I did record myself, but the problem is you can't hear anything because where I live, our toilets are built different. When you shit, it just plops on like the porcelain bowl, but there's no water there. Like in the American toilets, I think the American toilets have like water directly underneath them, which is just strange to me. Yeah, it doesn't. Our toilets aren't like that in Europe. In my dorms they had like the water hole was like directly where underneath your ass hole. And like I said, when I went to the bathroom you could hear the plops, but I didn't record myself then because other people were around and they made noise. And that's just, I think it's annoying. I don't think you'd care, but to me it's just like, oh my god, I want to hear the sound, crispy sound, and not somebody rattling around in the background. I don't know. So that's why I only did one, and then the rest was basically non-existent. Yeah. Maybe I can try more gas videos, but I think shit videos, those aren't great to record. Yeah, so also I want to apologize for my inconsistency. But like I said, I'm working 2 jobs right now to try to make money. Sometimes I try to record and I have to stop because I'm just too exhausted, or when I can record, usually I prioritize writing. And recently, I have to confess, I've been having a heyday with chatbot AIs. I think with CAI mostly. I did make one AI, which I called the Fun Dad. And he's basically like the dad from Date Movie. I based him on that character, who's like, I taught you how to shit, but basically you're the son, and he's like the shameless dad who has to shit all the time and farts and is gassy, and like he'll interrupt you in the bathroom saying he has to go. Some stuff like that. I wrote him like that. I can try to make more. I wanted to do one character based on my Dom character, which I dubbed Cedric. He's basically like the office guy from my POV videos. Maybe I could do another character on him. Like I said, if that's something people are into, I could try to make AI characters, because I'm not lying, it's like almost an addiction. Because I do it before I wake up, I'm like, ooh. Yeah, but it's fun. It's really fun. Sometimes they help me with stuttering. Sometimes they help me with my fix, because I do certain characters and I'm like, okay, what's something really, how would you, because I like to torture those characters. For example, I wrote with Phoenix Wright and I did like an interview with What does he do when you have to shit in the forest? What do you do if you're in a public bathroom? What do you do if you have diarrhea? And they're like so embarrassed. They're like, why are you interested in that? But they answer me. And I'm like, this is great. Write that down. And I actually made one AI to help me with writing, because sometimes I struggle with describing how shit comes out. So that's where it helps me. Or when I think, okay, how would you piece this prompt together? And I write out my idea, and they're like, that's a good idea. I would change this and that. Yeah. Well, it doesn't write for me. I still do most of the writing. It's honestly too stupid to do the writing for me. But yeah. Also, somebody asked me, well, a lot of people, I'm not gonna lie, I have gotten some hate mail. Do you call it hate messages? Were like, oh, you're so disappointing and your videos are the same and why aren't you uploading? It's like, Jesus. Like, I'm trying my best here. I'm trying to give the people what they want. But sometimes I'm just limited either by my exhaustion or by not having a partner to record with. Oh, it's just difficult, but please know I'm doing my best. Please, I don't know what to tell you. Somebody said they wanted more edits, which I guess I could do. What I've been looking for, honestly, is more shit SFX and a lot more different stuff that I could use. And recently I got my hands back on that folder that I've talked about before to get more stomach rolling audio sounds. And I think I could do more edit stuff from movie clips and such as that. But I've found that there aren't a lot of edits, not a lot of material. I mean, some of my old stuff I guess I could do new, but I don't know if that will be big. Well, I can try. Maybe I can do that too instead of writing all the time. And I think that oh, actually, there's one more thing I wanted to talk about. A few ideas I was having. So I wanted to do another series. I think I'll write this out first, and then maybe if we find somebody else who would record with me, we could try to do a ASMR script. So I call it the Bad Brother series, and it's basically a family, and it's the dad, the mom, the big brother and the little brother. I think maybe a big sister, I don't remember. Well, if there's a sister, she just has a reaction role. She's not doing the shitting. It's basically like different days, and the big brother, I call him Tyrone. There's like 5 scenarios that I wrote out right now. So the first one is the dad has to go pee, and he runs to the bathroom and opens the door, and it's just his son who shits, and the dad's like, oh, why aren't you closing it? Why aren't you locking the door? And how can he shit so much? And basically why is he on his phone and not focusing? And the son is just like, whatever, he doesn't care, very shameless. Can you guys still have a shameless kink? God damn it. And then I think the second segment was Tyrone's day, where he shits like multiple times a day, clogging the toilet in the home. And it basically ends with his parents banning him from using the one last functioning toilet, and he has to go outside and he makes a prank and shits on the neighbor's lawn like a dog. What else? Oh yeah, then the next scenario is Tyrone teaches his little brother Darius how to shit. So that's like a coaching scenario, so they can drive his father crazy. And then the next segment that I thought of was Tyrone farting in enclosed spaces. So first I thought maybe a car, but then I thought maybe they should, because somebody asked me about this too, an elevator scenario where somebody's stuck in the elevator and with diarrhea and basically shits in there. And I thought that would be like a great scenario where like Tyrone maybe gets stuck in an elevator. I don't know if his dad and his brother, or maybe unknown people, but or strangers is what you call them, unknown people. Oh my god! And he basically just gasses up the entire elevator, and the people are just like, "Let me out, please," because there wasn't a scenario like that once. It was not pleasant. So let me know what you think about that. I think that could be an interesting idea. Okay, well, If you listen to this whole thing, thank you very much. Thank you for joining me. And I love you guys, and I'm gonna try to do more content now that I'm back home. And I hope you enjoyed this long audio. Love ya. Bye-bye.